So the goal of this video is to not go on a rant. I've tried to record this video 4 times so far. And each time I have to pause, I have to stop it, not pause, I have to stop it because I start to go on a rant. This is why I think pre-recorded might be better for me right now, so that I don't just give y'all like that raw Leo passion. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure that I'm getting my point across properly and correctly and respectfully, of course. Okay? Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your girl Catrice, and if you are new, welcome to Cocktail Hour with Catrice. This is a different type of video. I normally do live streams, but we're trying something different over here, okay? And I wanted to follow up on the video that I posted on Wednesday. Now, I will tell you the truth. I deliberately posted that video while I was at the office because I did not want to look at the comments right away. Shockingly, though, people were responding immediately because they saw the title and they didn't watch the whole video, but then eventually they did, and then they understood where I was coming from. Now, I want to also tell you all that I'm never gonna talk about the church again. I probably will at some point. I might even mention something today. Why not? However, as far as my full-time content, no, because I'll just be honest with you all. It has become extremely toxic to talk about the church. And I am, excuse me, in my own personal life, I can be a little toxic. So it's like I'm dealing with my own stuff, my own life, my own dating life, my own toxicity, and I'm in therapy for everything. And then I'm dealing with the church. And I also don't do well. I'm not trying to be offensive, okay, before I say this, because I know someone's going to get offended. But I don't do well with stupidity. I don't do well with a pastor telling their congregation when they get caught in scandal that they have not done anything wrong, but you can see the evidence, whether it's a police report or it could be a news broadcast. It could be something, and the pastor says, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm a good man. Okay, I'm the mind of God and I'm amazing, and they're lying on me. And then the people go, he said that he didn't do it and they lied. But I saw it on TV. But he said, I believe the pastor. They setting the mind of God up. I just don't believe it. I don't do well with that. Okay? If the pastor, male or female, it doesn't matter if they are a man or woman. Okay? If they did something wrong, they did something wrong. And what they need to do is take accountability. So I don't do well with stupidity. I don't do well with you being like if you're a congregant of a pastor that's been in said scandal, you are then allowing this person to gaslight you into believing that they are fine. When the truth is, you saw CBS News at 9, and he was in a park with a child in a back seat with his pants around his ankles, and he gonna turn around and say he didn't do nothing wrong. Like how? We're just gonna believe the pastor's word over the video footage? Like, are we really like, stop being stupid. Stop being dumb. And let me say this also before I change subjects. I feel like that's how it's been since I've been talking about it on YouTube, right? I remember I have a favorite YouTuber that I watch about the church, right? And I remember watching him years ago, and he did pre-recorded videos, and he would tell the people, get out of my comment section talking about touch not my anointed. Like, stop it. And because they love using that scripture completely out of context, because they want to protect their pastor. But the entire time, your pastor is an essayer and a PDF file. Like, ma'am, you do realize that the mind of God has a problem with the right hand of fellowship, and he don't know how to keep it together. Okay, yeah, you're in denial. It's all right. Be in denial. He needs to go to jail, though. Okay, we're on the same page. Perfect. Like, let's be like, y'all. Anyway, so that's one reason why I'm dealing with my own toxicity plus their toxicity, and the church is like, it's just too much toxic energy going on. Okay, so let's just move on and talk about other things. However, I wanted to follow up on that video. Let me make sure I'm on target with my notes. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to share that I was pleasantly surprised, shocked that the video was well received, because I think that in my mind, sometimes I don't think people actually like me. Okay. You have to take that with a grain of salt because of my upbringing. My mom had 7 siblings. My father had 4. And on my father's side is the side where the woman should be seen and not heard. You know, the man, he is everything. He is it. And women are sometimes 4th-class citizens, right? And so, like, living in that, you know, growing up in that family, it was like, oh, so you want me to be a doormat? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I'm so glad, because it was my father's side. Just keep that in mind. But my father was polar opposite. He was like, if you have something to say it. If you want to start a business, start a business. If you want to write a book, you write a book. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Put your mind to it. Save your money. He would always say, save your money. Keep your credit clean. I just finally started doing that 2 years ago. And move on. And that's what I did, right? So it's really because of my father that I am the way that I am. Like, it's because of my dad telling me that because you are a woman does not mean that you don't have a voice. And even growing up in the church, when I was a little girl in the AME church, I still had a voice. So when I moved up into ministry in my 20s, I did let it dim a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little naive. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I always knew that I had a voice, right? And so if you don't like how I present commentary and or my personality, which a lot of people love, okay, it is on you, and I don't care. It's fine. I've been told that before by other people. They don't like my personality. I'm like, I don't care, you know, because my father instilled in me that I could do and say and be whatever, and respectfully, of course. I don't have to say things to be outlandishly brash and disrespectful to get my point across, or vulgar. All those, there are some times that I use those tactics because I feel like, okay, if you want to hear me, I want you to hear me clear. But I don't need to do that all the time, okay? So, yeah, it's all on my father. And I've been talking about him a lot in my therapy sessions, because I've been watching a lot of this gender war content on social media, and it's always shocking to me that, as I get back to my point, it's always shocking to me that a lot of women were not, a lot of their parents did not rear them to have a voice. And I'm trying to encourage more women to speak out and to share and to be their best selves and to live their lives out loud and in color, because you deserve it. Why not? God did not bring us, and you all know we have a limited amount of time before we have to get up out of here. That is something that I don't like to talk about, because I do not like the thought of DEATH at all. I don't like it. But it's the truth. And so I even questioned God last night, like, why did you bring me here? And he had to remind me as to why he brought me here. Is this my friend? It is. He had to remind me, right? And he said, everyone comes here with a purpose. Now, it's up to you whether you utilize that purpose that God gives you or you don't. It's up to you to say, okay, I want to help the next generation, or you don't. A lot of the things that's going on right now on social media and even in the church is a result of past traumas and past issues that were not addressed, and past viewpoints, right, that were not corrected. And so people that come on social media, I'll just use myself as an example, of course, we come online to try to rectify that or try to shed light on a situation where people are, it might be a gray area for someone, or someone might be confused, they might be conflicted, right? So people come online, those who are wise or of a wise or wise adjacent. I think I'm wise adjacent. I'm not gonna say I'm wise because I'm not like an elder, but I try to shed light on things where when you just know, right? Like, if you have the heart of God, then you just know, hey, that's not really going to go over well. You might want to shift gears a little bit. And that has been my desire for the church for the last 2 or so years, is just to shed light on the direction that it should want to lean into. It's just that as a person that's been talking about it for 2.5, well, more than 2 years, but really been going strong for 2 years, it is a lot. It is a lot to take in. And it's a lot to, that was my cute picture. It's a lot to take in. And it's also a lot to keep up with. So because of that, that's why I am shifting gears. Okay, let me go to this video. Let me go to the comment section of this video to share with you all, to give you all some feedback on the comments that I've seen so that you all know. Okay. Rara said, that's my girl. She said, you do what's best for your mental health. Love you. Love you too, girl. I actually met this young lady at karaoke night at my local restaurant, and we've been hanging out ever since. She's a great young lady. But she's also the person that I think I shared with you all, that when the whole Pastor Tony Evans situation happened, she was like confused. She was like, wait, what? Like, why did he do that? That doesn't make sense. And she's also a very innocent individual who I would say, like, she's a person that I think I've been trying to talk to these last couple of years, like those who have been trying to navigate Christianity and their walk with God, but they see all the foolishness. Like, my commentary has been for them, although my audience is mostly women and men of God who have been in the church. She's the type of person that I've been trying to talk to all this time. All right. Myrtle Star said, you are pivoting, C. Hey, C, girl. This is a courageous move. Blessings to you. God bless you too, sis. Thank you. I've never been called C before. That's interesting. They normally try to call me Cat, and that is a no-no. Y'all see me in person, do not call me Cat. Now, if you run across my sister calling her Cat, child, she's gonna look at you sideways like, what is it there? She's gonna be like, wrong twin, and don't call me Cat. But C is not bad. It's okay. Miss Valerie Cooper, I love Miss Valerie. She's like, good for you. There is so much power in being authentic. The truth really does set you free. And listen, I don't want the women of God to think that I'm abandoning them, because I'm not. Listen, I love the older, wiser saints. I'm telling you all, I am wise adjacent, right? I am not your, I would say that I am, I'm not the wise counsel. I seek out wise counsel. That's why I call the wise counsel, or the wiser counsel, because I need wise counsel. I'm wise adjacent. D. Jones, she was the first person that responded. She was like, no. I'm like, girl, I'm not leaving y'all like that. However, I just need to do something different. And people have been asking me for like dating content. I would probably have to do a live for that, because that's more of an interactive type of broadcast, or video rather. Dating, and especially when you're dating as an older person. I'm 43. I love to date. I feel like I need to do more dating right now because I'm bored. Okay, like I've been seeing somebody, but I'm like, I'm bored. You know what I mean? So bored. Like for real, bored. So yeah, I'm considering, but I would have to do more live streams for that, because I want you all to ask your questions, right? Like, how do you date as a 50-year-old woman online without giving up your money? And sidebar, the women of God, especially the women of God, but I'm talking to the men of God too. If you all are on these dating websites, don't get nobody your money. So I had to fix my hair. So don't get nobody your money, okay? I watch a channel. Go to Social Catfished or Catfished on YouTube. They are always highlighting these women and men who are think they're in a relationship with someone they're not, and they're giving all this money away. Look up Catfished, that's ED, on YouTube, and it's tons of videos there. I watch them along with Trilogy Media in regards to these different type of love, the romance scams. That's what they call them, romance scams. So if you are dating in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s, girl, okay, and you want dating content, let me know so I can help you out. Okay, if you want a one-on-one, let me know. Go to my website, type up a message, we'll work it out from there. But do not navigate it alone, and do not give out your money. Do not give out your money, honey. Okay, I'm letting you know. Don't. Love does not cost a whole bunch of money. Now, that's for women. For the women of God, it should cost you a whole bunch of money. Now, for the men, you gotta come out your pocket a little bit more. I'm sorry. I'm a little old school with that. Okay. I don't mind paying for a date every now and then, but I don't believe in going Dutch all the time. That's why I had to stop dealing with the last guy. Like, what you mean? This is not that, sir. It's either you pay or I'm going out with another man. So figure it out. All right. My awesome moderator. Yo, we said I'm out of time, everyone, so I'm missing a lot. You're fine, girl. Just watch the video in its totality. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I am giving people an opportunity to roll out a Patreon if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to continue to hold people hostage. I'm not posting anything in there. If something breaking happens and or a prophecy has been fulfilled, then I got to figure out a way to give like special access to people for that. So I'm probably going to keep it, but if you don't want to stay in Patreon, I'm not mad about it. You can roll out. Okay? I'm not going to hold people hostage. And I'm also not going to try to keep you in there by like posting false stuff. I'm not doing that. Marcus, one of my day one people here on YouTube said, understand, we appreciate you sharing your content and just being your authentic self. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I think that's it. Oh, Kai Grace, girl, you know I ain't going nowhere like that. However, again, the pivot is necessary. The change is necessary. Because I want to do more. I want to share more. I want to educate more. I want to teach people how to write books. Oh my God. Like I published, I don't know how many books I published over the last, I published like journals, like low content books. Those are called journals. I posted journals. I've posted books on Amazon. Even on payhip.com. There's a link down in the description below if you want to sign up for that too, so that you all can create digital products. Like it's all there, girl. Like it's all there for you. Oh, also, if you are a nonprofit organization, all right, this is not breaking news. It's been around for a minute. I just haven't been telling y'all about it. If you are a nonprofit organization and you are trying to raise money for your nonprofit and or for your church, churches are most of them are considered nonprofits and faith-based organizations. That's what we call them in the nonprofit sector. If you're looking to raise money, but you're like, okay, I want to do it, but not in a way that people are going to feel like I'm trying to just get in their pockets, right? I want to raise money so that I can, we can send, kids back to school properly. Kids are going back to college, going back to going into high school and middle school, whatever. There's a link in my bio for fundraising.com. For fundraising.com, that is how you could do like Otis Spunkmeyer fundraisers or like chocolate candy fundraisers. Make it fun for whatever type of event that you're having to raise money for your organization or for the kids, backpacks, whatever. Link down in my bio. Check it out. I promise you, it will be a lifesaver so that you won't have to dig in your own pockets. All right. You can, and you could do it for, your little league, boys and girls club, church, pretty much anything. If you have a 501c3, click the link down below. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you all. That I just want to help people do more, right? So I don't want this to just be a channel where I'm just gossiping about these pastors when you all might be struggling to have finances for your church. I just gave you a way so that you can raise money for your church, for your organization. If you have a charity organization and you're like, how can I raise money? I don't have the proper stakeholders for this, right? I even gave you all a lesson when I was talking about Pastor Keon Henderson, and about the, you know, how his board should have stepped in because they are the number one stakeholder. That's how that goes, right? So if you are trying to figure out like what is the best avenue for me for me and my organization, my church, my community group, my youth group to raise money, we are 501, we have all of our paperwork. That is the way that you do it. It's so much fun too. Check it out, fundraising.com, down in the description. All right, and message me offline. You need some extra help, child. I will help you, but I'm not doing any grants for people. Okay, that is because church folk don't like to spend money. They don't want to pay to get to the money. Okay, and so yeah. Anyway, y'all, I love you guys so much. Let me know if you all need anything. Let me all know. Let me know also what you think about the shift that I'm doing on YouTube. Let me know also if you want to know more about the fundraising efforts and how to do it efficiently. I'll see you soon.